Hey everybody, welcome back. We are still on Molly, and we are gonna go ahead and try to figure out, just see, make sure that we have everything loaded up back on Novice, because what we're gonna do, we definitely don't yet. Let's get those replaced, make this a bit faster. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. We were going... We don't really need this stuff in there, do we? The whole point was to get this thing. I wanted this to be filled up before... Yeah. You gotta wait a little bit longer, I guess. You know what could be cool would be to... Wish there was an easy way to tell this to deliver to that. I guess we could use a requester chest. Let's see what sizes we have. We have 2 of these guys. Thought we had the smaller ones as well. Oh well. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit for that. In the meantime, I think we can go ahead and get started down here, doing our thing. I think the first thing I'm gonna want to do is throw down some pump jacks. We seem to have a good number of them here. Where am I headed? Oh man, that's a huge field. 1, 2, 5, 10. Definitely look to be more than 19 there. So let me go set this to 40. Gimme. Are they just gonna unload these unilaterally? Alright, Gort, here you go. Tiny boxes. What do we not need right now? We don't need rails right now. We do kind of want our steam engines right now. Don't need Logi bots. Don't need this many construction bots. Don't need roboports yet. Definitely don't need that many fast inserters. Don't need this many pump jacks. Don't need this much fuel. Don't need these prod mods. Okay. Don't need these motors. Don't need this. We don't, well, don't need this many oil refineries yet. Let's clear those out. It's not that many tiny boxes, Gort. I don't know. Alright, is that all of it? I think that's all of it, right? Only 2 tiny boxes? What is this? What is this world coming to? Well, this world we're on is... I mean, it's brand new. Can't be coming to that much yet. Here. Let's go over here. I think I'm gonna make the title of this video pretty clickbaity. Like the video that went up last hasn't even gone up yet. But it's going to be, you know, something like a new destination or something like that. But the one that's going to go up for this one is going to be like, can you get totally stranded in space exploration? Lots of exclamation marks and question marks for suspense. There you go. Get out of my way. It's a lot of pump jacks right there. Expected resources 71, 23, 35. Oh my goodness. Oh my. 81. Unbelievable. Or some kind of title that's almost infuriating to read, like a bug in space exploration made me get stuck on the moon. And then in order to find out that it wasn't a bug, they have to watch the video. What am I doing? What a mess. Okay. Okay, let's try to keep track of this. This is connected to this. This is all connected over here. This is not connected yet. Darn it. Maybe the best way to do this. Okay, so wow, there's still one out there that I haven't connected yet. Let's let's just bring this guy down here. Okay, so these all should be connected now. They all go into this, and that goes. Does any of that connect? None of that can. Need to connect that, and then I think this is now all connected. I think. Not sure. We'll find out soon enough, though. When we're actually making fuel. This is a truly insane amount of yield. Like, this is just wild. And we're going to use production modules out of the gate. Of course, once it gets down to minimum yield, we are going to want to switch over to speed modules. But for now, we're going to go ahead and load those bad boys up with prod mod 2s. Which is going to get us... I think they each take 3. Two. Each take 2. So what is that? We get like 12%, 11%, something like that. We'll need power. Okay, so there's a bit of a chicken and egg problem here, but we don't have to worry about it yet. So we want an oil refinery. That's of course going to take crude and water. And hey, what a beautiful spot we have over here, because look at water right there. We are not doing city blocks here. That's rough. I wasn't recording for a minute. I'll show you what I did in a sec. That almost never happens to me by some miracle. Not really sure how I've managed to avoid it this long. Do I have any spare pipes in here? Are you kidding me? That's the thing I run out of. Do I have any... well, we got enough to make some here. So what I was doing over here, and I didn't get far, is I put down some refineries and was saying that we're going to use the recipe that favors light oil. And then let's route this upward. Then I guess throw down some solar panels, right? Let's go ahead and copy that off of Novice. I want to try to avoid using explosives wherever I can. All right. We are pumping. We're not going that fast. We don't have a ton of electricity, but we're going. We are going. And we did not run power to our water pump. There we go. So the only tricky part here for me is going to be petroleum gas, because initially I guess we can make solid fuel out of that, because if you look at the recipe for solid rocket fuel, it just takes solid fuel and you can make that. Actually, you can make it out of all three. So I think we're just gonna have a spot to convert all three straight into fuel here. Nothing like using up this planet's resources quickly. And then you know what? Let's go set that. Let's check up on our requester chest back on Novice. Okay, looks like we're full. Let's go ahead and... It's like I'm trying to lose my voice again today. Go ahead and get some pipes in here. Wow, 420 on the way already. And let's get some more of these. Because why not? Oh, there goes the initial charge up split. So we're going to wait a bit for that and then we'll launch it. In the meantime, is there anything else up here? Maybe we, I mean, so we can totally get iron and copper. I don't feel like it. It can be done. What is the difference? Oh, that's a landing pad. I thought that was a, one of those, core mining locations. Oh, look at that beautiful pollution. We were so worried that we weren't going to be able to bring this anywhere but Novice for a while, but I feel so much happier now. What a beautiful sight. Now, look at all these oil reserves. I can just look at them all day. 14K. 11K. Wow. It's a lot of oil. So, I wonder if they bottom out higher too, like when you get them all the way depleted, if they still give you way more. I don't know. What were we gonna do? We were waiting for that thingy to fill up. Looks like that's probably still got a little while to go. It's all on the way now, so that's good. Shouldn't be long. Trying to think if there's anything else that we need to... I just don't want to have to mine iron and smelt it up here, but I feel like that's inevitable. Just feel like it's gonna happen no matter what. Trying to think, where should we do our power generation? If we assume that... I mean, this is kind of a mining area, so I actually kind of want to build over to the right to leave myself room. You got those two reserves up there, so I think we'll go over here. I'm gonna need some belts. Because we're gonna... we are going to be setting some stuff up here shortly. Some inserters, some belts. What can I ditch? Let's get rid of roboports. We don't need that yet. Red belts. You know, yeah, we have a bunch on us. I feel like that should be enough. I hope it's enough. Maybe we should load up that rocket. I mean, we have time. We're not like dying waiting for this stuff. We just know that we're going to need it. So let's go ahead and load ourselves up with a whole bunch more red belts as well. And look, there's a bunch right there. That's great. It's almost full already. In fact, it's full. I already went down here, didn't I? So, we want to turn all three of these materials into solid fuel. Maybe hold off on the heavy oil, I don't know. But I don't think that's necessary. We have such uninterrupted growth here. Because no biters. If we run out of oil, we can always just go to another oil patch. Let's think about how we want to lay this out. I feel like this wants to go straight down and tile a bit, so and also repeat out to the side here. So we will bring that. What is that? Oh, that's iron ore? Huh. Maybe I should bring it back this way. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. We barely have any pipes left, so we have to launch that rocket sooner rather than later. How are we doing? Okay. Looking pretty good to me. It's got 24 of these on the way. So I feel like we can start doing one of these. I just kind of got to clear out all this stuff. There we go. Wow, that's going fast. Wow, it's already almost empty. Okay. We can deconstruct these. I think we're good to launch this thing, right? We're sending ourselves a bunch of cargo rocket sections, so we can hopefully get out of the, off of this planet when we need to. Let's do it. All right. There we go. Let's go get ourselves some pipes. Probably didn't send enough. Almost definitely didn't send enough, but whatever. It's not the hardest thing in the world to construct. Really having a bit of a crisis here in terms of which way I want to scale this. I'm thinking go down and around. Just a little nervous. I want to make sure I have enough room. Let's do... So we know this is going to have to repeat, right? Okay. Getting a little low on elbows, but I think we still have enough to get this initial pass done. I know I'm really leaving this very open, but I don't want to run into... I don't want to run out of space, basically. Oh, it's not done at one of these. It's done at a fuel refinery. Okay. Now let's think for a second. Each one of these puts out 2 solid fuel a second. So 7.5 or 8 of them could saturate a red belt's lane. But it's not just going to be... So we actually almost kind of want to stagger these here, because what I'm starting to think is that we want this to be like adaptable. Okay, so that's just going to work. And then we need 3 of them. At least to get the bare minimum, but we can always swap these out later with whatever we want it to be. So that'll be that one, that'll be that. like so. This will be light oil, right? That's the middle one. Yeah. This will be heavy oil. All right, there's solid fuel. Of course, we don't want to use that for our jetpack. Now, let's throw one of these down, remind ourselves. This thing takes 10 and it does it in a second, so it takes 10 a second. 1, and it also takes light oil. So 1, first of all, a long-handed inserter can take the result out, no issue. And it also needs to be hooked up to light oil. So it almost makes you want to do it like back over here. Because we're also going to have them up here, question mark? Going in the other side. So maybe this was not the place to do it. Maybe go over here. So we said we were going to need, I think we said 8 of them. And then I think 3 of these can fully eat a red belt. Of course, we don't have a full red belt yet. But, so I guess sending all that solid fuel is kind of needless, but hey, it's nice to have it. Ah, yes. I forgot. Delicious, solid rocket fuel. It's amazing how long it takes to get that on novice, and we just have it. That's awesome. Okay, so we have solid rocket fuel, and that can be used to drive a whole bunch of boilers. So let's go. I guess down here. Just want to watch the cliff explosive situation. I think we're okay. Let's see how much we're going to get out of this. Each one of these is 1.8 megawatts. And we are... Oh yeah. We're getting a lot more. So this takes 20 petroleum gas, 10 light oil, or 20 heavy oil. So light oil is by far the most efficient way to make it. At least in terms of the processing that we're doing here. So we're going to need a lot more of them drinking light oil than heavier petroleum. Basically 1 heavy, 2 petroleum, and the rest should be light oil, I think. At least initially. That should work. Got 2 petroleum. Forgot to give it water. It's not going to work without water. There's really no way to prime it without one of those burners that you start out with or something. You need electricity to get the water. There you go. Alrighty. Awesome. We have a good power source here now. I'm actually tempted to kind of bring down the solar so that I don't ever get confused about what is bottlenecking. That's one of the most sparse stone patches I've ever seen. 29k, look at it. It even looks sparse. Wow. Looks like our refineries probably can't keep up. It's totally okay. Did I miscalculate some? Oh, these run on light oil as well, so yeah. Alrighty. What a nice solid fuel, solid rocket fuel source there. Let's get a cargo rocket silo down, I think. The other big thing is going to be getting cargo rocket sections here in general, right? Like not just one by each, but you know, from leftovers, but like actual volume of them. We should have enough here to launch one cargo rocket. Where do we want to do this? So I just had one of those day or two long breaks, and it occurred to me that I hadn't really thought for a while about what it takes to make a utility science pack. So we need cryonite rods, right? Which is cryonite powder, crystals, and heavy oil. So there's kind of like a split there. Oh, you get sand out of that. That's interesting. Cryonite rod. And yeah, I think that... So that's the main thing that we need there. Let's look at the rest of it. Efficiency modules, solar panels. Has to be made in space. Machine learning data, which we haven't done yet. Let's see, a blank data card is... Where's the substrate? I wonder where that is. Wait. Oh, there it is. Glass and iron plates. We can make that in space, no problem. Whoops. And then... Oh, we have to make a supercomputer. What's that take? That's pretty easy. How long does it take? 10 seconds? Interesting. And then you can format. You usually get a blank data card back 70% of the time. Sometimes you get a broken data card. Now, what do you use a broken data card for? You can recycle it into scrap. Interesting. Okay. It's like a loop there. So we're getting pretty close here, and then... Yeah, so let's go ahead. I mean, really, the main mission here is to get that cargo silo down. Oh, and Gort, you made a comment about why did I send even more solid rocket fuel to this planet. I was worried that I was going to run out of rocket fuel by the time I got everything set up for my jetpack. That was the main issue. Okay, so that thing's got a capsule. We need liquid rocket fuel now. We want to send it back to the platform. And then we just need our cargo rocket sections, and of course, we need cryonite. That's what we came for, right? So, let's go ahead and get this going. Good old-fashioned mining arrays. Let's see, we only need to go that far with that. Looks like I ran out of underground belts. I still have miners, so that's good. I think we're gonna use oh man, where did we put the tiny boxes? Crap. Let's put over by the landing pad, because I need to store some stuff. Here you go, Gort. Tiny boxes, here we come. So there's a tiny box full of miners. Don't need our pump jacks right now. Don't really, well, we might need that in a minute. I just want to make enough room to start taking these over. This is a little bit of a hike. Oh, we have our first meteor. Hey, cryonite, let's go, baby. All Alright, let's find some more underground belts. Must have some kicking around here somewhere. Did I picked up all the boxes? Oh, I shouldn't have did that. I don't need scrap right now. Where are my underground belts? Don't tell me I don't have any. What's going on here? I think I shipped more up, didn't I? Maybe it's in the landing pad? There's red belts. Hey guys. You're scaring me. I'm getting scared. Getting a little scared, guys. Did I not bring enough? Did I already use that many? I didn't feel like I used that many. What is going on here? What's going on? Did I really slouch on this that hard? What does it take to make... gear wheels? You know, I said I didn't want to do smelting on this planet, but I very well may be about to. I mean, what does it hurt, right? I'm just a little confused. Where did they go? I really thought I had more than that. This is wild. This is going to be a little rough because I don't have any underground belts for that thing. So, I mean, we can start out the hard way, right? We are just going to do a very, very, very ugly. Let's see. Where can I go here and just grab one of these? Why? Oh, I'm way too far north. How many is this? That's 32, 16 on each side. Yeah, why not? Okay, so we got all that. Let's not do that there. See what kind of power draw we're looking at here. Miners, right. And underground belts. So I think what I'm going to do to get around this for now is this. And then how are we doing on power? Oh, we're looking good still. Well, until those furnaces get going, but whatever. That's a future me problem. All right. And we can go ahead and start crafting this stuff the good old-fashioned way. Wow. Uh-oh. Deal with this now. Get us a fast inserter. How many of those did I leave in those boxes? Too far. I guess they're down south. Guess let's trash a few more things. Well, let's not trash iron plates right now. We're using those. I brought an artillery cannon up here that I didn't need to. Okay. Let's get that inserter. Now the question is, I haven't answered yet. Excuse me. Have enough of those. Do we want to shoot the cryonite up to the space platform, or do we want to process it down here and then shoot it up? And that's going to all depend what kind of facility it's made in. Alright, we got one side filled up with undergrounders there. Gonna look at that in a second. Let's get this going. Alright, we're filling up a rocket. Give it some more rocket sections. Ah, it's that beautiful sound. It's the sound of going home. Well, we're not going home yet. You love to see that. You know, something that I see happen, people talking about on forums a lot, is in space exploration, especially if they have rampant on, which I almost kind of wish I'd played with, but I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much given it was my first run. But they basically get locked out of novice by the biters, and then they have to kind of like rise from the ashes from another planet and or this, you know, a combination of another planet and the space platform. And I just think that's awesome. That's such an emergent, amazing gameplay mechanic that I am just very I really, this mod pack feels like an official expansion. And I've said this a few times. I think I read somewhere that the main, or only, I don't know the history here, but the main and or only developer of this mod pack now works for Woob. And I mean, we got the expansion dropping later this year, so it almost makes you wonder if the expansion is going to be very similar to this. And if it is, it's going to be interesting to see what they do different, because this thing is one heck of a well-polished product, just without a doubt. I am so blown away by this mod pack. I think I'm like 90 hours into this save and still having a good time for something that I downloaded for free. Right now, of course, I paid for the game, but this mod pack is free, and that's just absolutely wild to me. Absolutely wild. Okay. Let's go do some Cryonite learning. Okay, Cryonite, where are you? Okay, so the first thing, add a 1 Cryonite, you get 1 Cryonite powder and maybe some sand. I don't know if I want sand in space, but let's move on. Then you take 4 of that and you turn it into a crystal and water. And by the way, we like, well, that's more compressed, but water would be nice to have in space. And we also need rods. And in fact, a rod is made out of crystal, so it's kind of an intermediate, and a rod compresses that even further. So this is 1-to-1 with the ore. 4 ore give you 1 of this, and then 2 of that thing is 4, so 8 ore plus another 2 ore and a heavy oil, which we need here. So we are almost assuredly doing this on this planet, although the stack sizes would be interesting, right? We don't really know what the stack sizes are. I mean, I'm gonna guess it's 50 for the ore. And let's just make sure, yeah, this can all be done planet side, so we're gonna do it here. All right, we need a mechanical facility or a pulverizer. So, I don't know if we brought any heat shielding, but hey. What's another cargo rocket among friends? Did we bring concrete? We did not. At least I don't. Maybe there's some up there in that landing pad? I don't think so. Although, oh wait, no, we want a wait. Yeah, a pulverizer. What's wrong with me? What's the other one? What's the mechanical facility, the one that's in space? Oh, we don't even have that yet, so it's pulverizer all the way. Okay, so we're making a pulverizer, so we need concrete and steel plates. So let's get some raw materials queued up on Novice here. And the way we're going to do that, I don't know how I feel about what I'm about to do. Where's my RoboPort button? Whatever, let's just copy one. Are those in supply range? Because you got a heat shielding train and a steel plates train right there. Yeah, that's totally in range. There's one right there. What's wrong with me? So I'm tempted to just make some of these provider chests, right? And then I can easily load up the rocket with that. The problem is I don't have concrete, so I'm coming down here. Let's take a look. Put that there. Okay, so that one's done. I do think for steel and heat shielding, we're just gonna go ahead and make some of these provider chests. Or all of them. I can't really decide. I have mixed feelings about this. We are clearly unloading not evenly. Do I want to just do all of them? It's tricky. I feel like this is the slippery slope down to bot town that I don't want to go down. So this one's a hard call. Let's go ahead and do it. There they go. Alright, so now you got these two things and concrete. And is that all we said we needed for a pulverizer? Yeah, the other is pipes. We can easily make that here. We have iron plates now. Feel like let's get a whole lot more pipes because I got hurt last time. Thought I had enough and I didn't. This is less important to bring down because we can craft them here, but why not? Although this is going to delay our steel wants. Let's go ahead and give ourselves just 1,000 steel, which we don't even have allegedly. What else did I say? Heat shielding. Let's get 1,000 of that. And let's get ourselves some concrete. Like 1,000 of that. And then while we wait for that to load up, let's go avoid having to launch even another rocket after that. We're going to do efficiency modules on the station. Or on Novice and launch them up. I don't know. Can't really cannon them up, I guess. But anyway. Let's go back and look at this science. Am I still burning? No, I'm on the ground. You got solar panels down there. You got efficiency modules. We can... Wait, what are those again? Let's remind ourselves. Oh yeah, copper cable and circuits. Cryonite rods we're making here. Machine learning data. We're cooling thermo fluid up there. Let's look at that first. I think that's easier. So it's just... Okay, so we have to make that up there. Then we have to make that, which is just in a radiator. And then when we consume it, with which recipe? This one. We get warm thermo fluid back. So it's a loop. You do lose one of them when you make it. When you cool the thermo fluid down, you lose one. But it is a loop. So we won't have to make it that often. Uh-oh. Interesting attack location. Uh-oh. The Smitey Bitey Express might have to go make a visit. Here you go, mister. Where do we think this is happening? It looks a lot like it. Uh-oh. Wow, this is awful. What was I thinking here? Oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? Okay. I'm gonna do some artillery scouting. Oh, Can't use that here, I guess. Can I have it, please? Can I have it? Okay, here we wait. What's going on here? What? How do I use this? That's not acceptable. No artillery in range. Okay. Why? How do I do this? Can I... Is this like the first time I have to... There we go. Alright, let's do some... Oh, here, I found it. Bang. Uh-oh. You know what? I'm a little nervous about this because they're gonna come rushing in. And then what's gonna happen? We're gonna pull away, that's what. As soon as those shots are... Okay, get out of here. Leave. I mean, it's not a big threat. I wonder if I'll land it. Oh no, it looks like they're going the wrong way. I wonder where they're gonna go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where are you going, guys? What are you gonna do? I think this is not looking good. Okay. They're just chilling. Okay. Now are they going for the pollution? Please go, like, over to the east over here. Where are you guys going? No, don't go down to the stone. Don't do that. Don't do that. There might be some self-base bombing on the horizon here. Okay, so they're running around. They're going for the miners. Sorry, base. You understand. Okay. Please don't blow up that thing. There we go. Okay. Whew, much better. Alright. You can go home. I should have just let him attack the wall. We were doing fine. I didn't have to shoot myself. Alright. What were we talking about? We're talking about what else we need to do. Let's look at this again. Cryonite should be good. Let's just make sure that all this stuff here gets made. So that's at a pulverizer. This one's at a chemical plant. This one's at a furnace, an industrial furnace, which I don't... Interesting. Processing units. I don't think we brought any of those. Gotta think about that one. Okay. So we need processing units. The rest of it we should be good on. 10-second crafting time, though. That's a 10-second crafting time, which is interesting. Whoa, what is that button? Even distribution. Oh, that's pretty cool. I never even noticed that button. Okay. Did we fix this yet? Oh, we did. Look at that. Like new. Okay. So. Okay, let's get these on a provider chest. So that's that. And that thing is just in range, so we'll be able to request shortly. Let's go ahead and request a bunch of those. Let's say 1,000. What else? Okay. Should probably consider... Wonder if we got one of those small requester chests on hand. Got one of these. Reason being, I kind of want to request myself some logistic spots here. I guess I could just belt them over. Where are these belts coming from? How far out? Come on. This is something that would not be hard to write an ETA for. It could be efficient because all you would have to do is for every ghost maintain a reference to which bot is going to fulfill that job when it picks the job and assigns it. And then just do a simple, I mean, the bot's fly in a straight line, right? Like just divide that and then add a multiplier for recharge time. That would not be hard to implement efficiently. I can pretty much guarantee it. I hate to be one of those armchair gamer programmers that rants about, oh, the devs should just do whatever, but in this case, I'm quite confident that I'm right. And then every so often they're going to crash, but hopefully if they crash on anything that matters, they just get fixed, right? Okay, that's enough. These should probably be productivity modules. How we're doing? Got a bunch more on the way now. Pretty much everything, so pretty soon we should be ready to go. Let's go figure some of this out. Okay, so oh yeah, we don't have what we need to make the pulverizer yet, but we can set up the infrastructure for it and put a ghost down. So let's look at that recipe a bit closer. Half a second, so we can do 2 a second. The pulverizer has a crafting speed of 2, which means we can do 4 a second in one pulverizer. Now, in terms of how many cryonite we get a second, the mining speed of this is 0.5, and then there's a 200% multiplier, so it's effectively 0.25. So you divide the number of miners by 4, and you get 11, and that's how many cryonite a second you're getting. And I think I just said that ultimately this translates in one pulverizer can handle 4 of these. So just for this patch, we need 3 pulverizers, right? I think. And then for this, it's 3 seconds and it takes 4 powder. We're not going to worry about that yet. We don't need to worry about that just yet. What we do need to worry about is that we're going to need water. Let's get an offshore pump going here. Or should I just bring it in from... it's kind of... Wish there was some water there. I could go from the south or from the north. I feel like I should go from the south. In which case, if I... Well, that's fine. We can just do it over here. Okay, I can't set the recipe on this. So, in any case, we're gonna... like that, right? Cryonite comes in. And... cryonite powder comes out. So there's your cryonite powder. That's right, go hit the water. Then you gotta turn cryonite powder and steam into cryonite crystals in a chemical plant. Now for this one, it's a 3-second crafting time. We already know we're getting 11 powder a second. This thing uses 4 every 3 seconds. So it consumes 4/3 a second. So 11 divided by 4/3, or 11 times 3/4 is what that is. Or just, where's my calculator? 11 times 3 divided by 4. 8.25. So we need 9 chemical plants. Now, since it's 11, it can fit in 1 lane. Now, let's refresh my memory here. This takes in steam and outputs water. So steam will do down here. And then water will pipe out and back into... Oh, well, but see, the thing is that we kind of... We have to make sure that this thing doesn't fill up, because if it can't output the water... we're toast. So we basically need to give preference to the water that comes from these chemical plants over the water that comes from that offshore pump. And the way that I intend to do that is basically with a storage tank and some circuit logic. My thinking being that we'll have a pump as an intermediary here and hook it up like that, and we'll say if we're under, I don't know, 1,000 water. Whoops. If we're under 1,000, we'll use it. And then you gotta wonder. Wait a second. Why did I? This doesn't need water. I'm out of my mind. It needs steam. Let's look at, and it has, can take between 15 degrees max temp and, well, steam isn't steam at below 100, so we can use this kind of steam. We need a boiler. You get 1-to-1 water to steam. You put in 6 steam and get back 4 water. So this will work. This logic will, if we're less than 1,000 water, we want to use the offshore pump. That's going to let us prime the system. And as we invariably use up some of that water in that loop, it will refill it and keep us not topped off, but primed so that it'll actually run. Don't think I brought any of these, but the ingredients that are, oh, you know what we should also bring? What's going on here? Oh, that's the pulverizers. Didn't we do copper plates here? Yeah, they're right here. Let's get these going here. And I don't feel like smelting these, so I'm just gonna shoot a bunch of them over. Say 1,000 copper plates, right? For the boiler. Okay. So copper plates are on the way. Probably had enough in the chests from the look of it. Not all those are covered, are they? Okay. So then you have, so now you have your cryonite crystal coming out of these things, right? Now with the crafting time, in order to, you know what? I don't know why I did this here. It's fine, because we're never going to scale this up here. So we'll go up here will be the output for the crystals, because we need both of these. For the next step. The next step happens at an industrial furnace, and we need 2 of each. And 10 seconds, so we only use 1/5 a second. Which is interesting, right? Well, we place these so we can set their recipe. So every 3 seconds, we're getting 1 crystal. We have 11 of these. So we have 11 thirds a second. Almost 4 a second crystals coming out. Almost. Which I think could drive quite a few of these. But you have to remember, they're going to also eat cryonite powder, which is going to draw some of the input from these. So, yeah. We're not going to get it perfect. It's not going to happen. All right, I think as soon as this thing fills up the rest of the way, let's get our, let's get those going. And then we're going to kind of have to do this the old-fashioned way and see. This is going to get us now. I wonder if they turn around. It's fine. I mean, if I bring some extra copper plates, I really don't mind too much. Let's see, that's 700. $850 or so. I mean, at this point I can turn it off because they're still delivering it, so we're gonna get another 700 there, whatever. Not a big deal. Oh, and there's no capsule in that thing. Now, do I have a capsule laying around somewhere nearby? I thought I had one. There's one. If this... not good. Gotta change that to a provider, both of these. Oh, and don't we need... What was it we needed solar panels for in this little mess? I guess we can worry about that later, but we're gonna want to load up and shoot some more solar panels up to the platform, I think. They're not in range. Did I always just manually put accumulators in this thing? That is in a very sad, unfortunate spot. If that's the case, that's sad. That hurts. I guess what we could do would be to copy it, put it here, put that there, but we don't have a requester chest. Oh man. Oh, and there's other stuff that I can't do that because it also needs solar panels. It needs accumulators, which we do have a belt of right there. So this was pointless to do that for now, although we'll probably need it later anyway. Let's get that out of the way. We could belt this over and get 2 more ingredients. You have these 2. RCUs should be coming in right from there. You'll get RCUs off the belt. Glass. We don't have glass up here. Yeah, this is a painful recipe right here. This is like full spaghetti mode. You know what? If you saw this coming, like if you, and don't cheese out on this and say, oh yeah, I knew that you were, that you hadn't scaled this up enough, whatever. If you genuinely saw it coming that I was going to encounter pain down the line with this specific recipe, I would love to hear about it in the comments. I would, because that one really snuck up on me. So in any case, we can get a belt to these 2 over here. It's really just solid rocket fuel, and which we have right there. So we can do that, no problem. You have your solid rocket fuel coming from there, and then where's glass? Do we have glass nearby? Come on, somebody's got to have glass. We have glass right there. Or we could just cut a belt off, bring it straight up. That's about what is about to happen. we'll move it later if it gets on my nerves. You got glass. Okay. So there's your solid rocket fuel, your glass, and then we just need to get that belt. Split this. We'll do it right here. That is going to pull on some resources, that giant belt that we're going to feed that over with, but I don't know if I'm too worried about it. Oh, and then of course, how do we... Alright, we need to move this. Put it there. And then... put that there. And that also is going to just consume an enormous amount of resources. Alright folks, I'm going to call it here. Where's my goodbye area? Here it is. As always, please send help. I mean, please, if you enjoyed watching this video, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me and it does help the channel. You can also join our Discord. We'd love to have you there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to tune in. And I think we're going to be getting some cryonite pretty soon and some like cryonite rods we already have with the ore. And we'll be getting pretty close to making our first sort of new science pack in a while here. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Take care. Bye.